all that. It's Friday, so let's see what's been happening this week in the world of showbiz.
I got it wrong already.
First up, it was announced earlier this week that man band Blue are set to reunite. Yes, after the likes of Take That, Spandau Ballet reforming, Blue are also getting in on the act. Begs the question, though, should they bother?
Oh, yes, I love Blue. I love the boys.
Especially when the Blue... then?
Yes, yes.
When was that?
They were
Must have been about 5 minutes ago.
No, it was 98 they split up. So.
Was it?
No,
98?
was it? No, it can't be. No, they
Doll.
started in 98, that was it. Because I remember doing their first ever big PA with them, and it was the Gay Pride, and it was at Hyde Park, and halfway through their song, they all took the vests off, and I thought, oh, I think I'm in love. They were absolutely beautiful.
Don't take much.
Don't love, no. No, not at that time it didn't, no.
So you're not that thrilled, Carol?
No?
No, honestly, I mean, I just thought they just split up. So, you know, it's no big news that they're getting back together, is it, really?
It's big news in our house. Steve is thrilled.
Hey.
We heard it on the radio and he went, brilliant! He really likes Blue.
Does it?
I don't know what all the fuss is about, do you?
I don't
It's not
really.
exactly nostalgic, is it? Because what was it? A couple of years ago they got together, and now it's not like the Partridge Family are reforming, is it?
Oh, but
you love that?
Just think we're going to be able to hear All Rise again.
Oh.
And that's good. Good. It's a good thing. Yeah. You see, look, we've been missing.
Supposed to be doing it together.
Yeah! What are they doing?
They're checking the box.
I was playing that song yesterday. I'm a big Blue fan.
Yeah.
But, you know, honestly, it did. It kind of passed me by. Because they've all still been around, haven't they? They're all
I think they've all run out of reality shows to do on their own now.
They have been.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not
reality
Duncan
shows.
and Anthony. I've met them and they're very nice boys, but I do, you know, wonder whether they've done all that and now they need to.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
time will tell.
Right.
OK, next up, pop princess Lady Gaga's been raising eyebrows again this week. This time in Moscow, where she was nearly arrested for wearing one of her eye-popping outfits on a visit to St. Basil's Cathedral. Would you chuck her in the slammer for her sense of style?
Oh, definitely not. I think she's so original and, I mean, my 9-year-old daughter's got her album and we looked through it and she's written every single song on the album. So she's obviously in charge of her career, her look, her music, and, you know, I think she's not a puppet, which is quite nice to see a young girl taking control of her pop career.
Has she got that cup super glued to her hand?
What?
Do you know she walks around with a teacup all the time?
Yeah.
I've seen her on... she was on Paul O'Grady's show. She was on Jonathan Ross's
She
show.
doesn't drink, does she?
No, she's just got this china teacup glued to her hand all the time.
That's a good message to the
It goes
kids.
like that. Does it just not fall off?
She just
There's
like
nothing
a lot
in
of
it.
tea. I mean, some people do like a cup of tea.
Yeah, you do. You
More
prefer
than
a
other
cup of tea.
things.
Yeah. But, I mean, come on, you don't go to a cathedral dressed like that, do you?
Well,
But
she
she probably
does.
doesn't go
That's
to
not
cathedrals.
right. That's for the boudoir. You don't come out looking like that, do you?
Well, she doesn't look
How
like
you
that.
dress in the boudoir?
Yeah, well, well, sometimes when I take my Winceyette off, I must say.
See, look at her. Look, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, she is original, and, you know, she has
And
got
also,
some talent.
you know,
Where did she come from? Suddenly, she's just everywhere. I've never heard of her before.
Hasn't she been knocking around for years as a songwriter?
And
or
what
something?
Lisa was just saying there, you know, if you look on her album, she's a songwriter, she's a very experienced songwriter and musician. And if you see pictures of what she really looks like, I think she's really clever, because she's a really attractive lady. But she's quite girl next door, and she's obviously realised, well, that's not going to
And
cut
we're
it.
all
I'll
talking
dress
about
up
what
as
she's
someone
wearing.
else.
Yeah, and we're all talking about her. And I think if you don't like the way she looks today, the chances are she'll look totally different tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't really
when
matter.
she was here, she was walking through the, you know, we all just hang out there, you know, chewing gum and acting like, you know, builders.
Do you?
But she walked through. Well, I do, yeah. But she walked through. Honestly, it was almost like, you know, like this spiritual thing walked through, because everyone just stopped and turned. And she had fishnets on,
Yeah.
a pair of knickers, all her bum was hanging out, and then she had these boots up to here. You saw her.
That's
You
why
were
they
on
were the
same
ones that she
show.
said something about. It took her 2 days to lace
Days
them
to
up.
get them on.
Well, that's why she's got them on in every shot.
She shouldn't have to make that much effort.
OK, finally, supermodel Sophie Dahl's been speaking this week about the time she caused a stir in a provocative ad for a perfume, claiming that even with her clothes on, she couldn't help but look raunchy. She says when you've got big bosoms and a really big bottom, you end up looking slightly pornographic and everything. So, should she have ever worried about being too sexy?
Oh, it's a curse. Yeah. struggle with it every day. I do. What are you laughing at, you? No, it is, because
You've got a bust.
I have, and I use minimiser bras. You wonder what I'm going to say I use then, do you? But I actually am quite conscious of it, you know, and I try and sort of
Not in
hide
your
it.
shows, you're not.
Well, they're all corseted in, though. I mean, I'm sort of going blue. Never mind the band blue. I'm going blue myself because I'm corseting that much so that nothing will move, including myself.
So you try... Well, actually, Cheryl Cole said if you're too booby, you can look quite cheap quite quickly.
Yes.
Tarty,
It's a curse, Carol. It's a curse.
But, you know, but I don't know. I think if you've got it, I think you should flaunt it. I haven't got it. I don't have a choice.
No, I'm with you. I don't have it. I push them together and make one good one. Then.
Exactly right. I think with Sophie, though, that advert that she's talking about, she was criticised for being too sexy in that because she was naked and she had her legs open.
She did.
She had
was
one
from the
leg up
side.
there and one over there. And
was from
everyone's
the
like,
side.
she looks like...
What, to sell perfume?
Yes.
Well, I mean, she's also talking about when...
I think it was bad.
You know, when she was wearing clothes as well, that she, you know, she did look a little bit fun. I mean, I have to say, you know, I'm kind of with you on this. When you were saying, I have to tell you, oh, you're wondering what I was going to say there. I was going to say, can I have some? Because I mean, I'm the...
No, I'm the same. I mean, when we had a posh frock on because the Bill won the BAFTA the weekend.
Yeah.
After nearly 26 years of never winning it, it's brilliant. But we all had to get posh frocks on and stuff like that, and everyone was going like, oh, you know, we're going to get a long frock and everything. And I'd got myself organised, and I've got 3 frocks. I got 2 grey ones to pick from on the day because it depended on my nerve. 2 grey ones, quite sensible, quite covered up. Very black cheeky one, which I wore in the end, and a bright yellow one, which was like that colour, that sort of like vibrant yellow, with a big kind of plume of yellow feathers all down one side. And I decided to go for that 2 days before the awards, and I showed it to my old man, and he said, "You're not wearing that one, are you?" And I went, "Yeah," and he went, "You can't." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I could just see the headlines now. They're going to be saying, no spring chicken, old birds."
Well, you look I saw you on Sunday.
did.
You look lovely. Look at that.
Look at that.
Because my bits are so small, it took one bit of body tape to keep it all in.